here, reporting live from San Diego with a serious case of I don't know what to wear.
First world props.
Whoops. Excuse me, miss. Can you stand up, please? What is your name?
Holly?
I can see you're struggling here, aren't you?
Maybe?
A little frustrated, might you say?
Yeah.
Quick question. How many pairs of pants, shirts, and shoes do you have in here?
10 pants, 34 tops, and 5 shoes.
Did you know, just with those number of clothes, there is 18,156,204 different combinations of tops you can wear, 210 different combinations of pants you could have, and 10 different combinations of shoes you can have, all in one closet. Now you might say, this is crazy. How did she figure this out, you know? Is it because I'm really smart? But, my friends, there is a key to this intelligence.
Why are you telling me all these big numbers?
Well, my friend, you just won a 7-night stay to Hawaii! But see, here's the problem. You only get this carry-on bag to take with you as part of our policy. So, just in this suitcase, you need 8 shirts, 6 pants, and 3 pairs of shoes. That is all you can fit in here. And you might be freaking out because, look at this, nothing fits me kind of closet, but when really, there's so many different options that I think I've already told you about. But how? I'm not sure. We'll get there soon. Thanks for your time. Stay classy, San Diego. For those of you wondering how Ron Burgundy found these large, unusual numbers, he used the equation N choose R. The equation that we normally use is N permutation, R permutation, N minus R permutation. And for those of you who've never heard what a permutation is, or also known as the little exclamation mark, it's just, for example, if the number was 5 permutation, you just take that number and multiply it by every number prior to it until you get to 1. So, say it was 5, choose 2. You would take N, which is the first number, R, the second number, and N minus R, which is 3. And whatever you have on the top, you want to try to make it to cancel out with the bottom. So for example, you can cancel out the 3's. So we just leave it as 3 permutation and 3 permutation, and we can cancel them out. And you write out the first one, and you reduce and multiply out.
According to Holly, she has 34 shirts in her closet, but Ron Burgundy said she can only take 8 on the trip. So that's going to be how we start that, and then we're just going to use our formula, and we're going to plug in those numbers to the equation. Alright, so just remember that the N will be 34, and then the R is 8. Okay, so we're just going to plug that in. 34 permutation over, and then for this part, just 34 minus 8, so 26 permutation and 8 permutation. And then we're going to write that out. So 34, 3, and we don't want to write all the way, so we're just going to stop at 26, so we could cancel that out later with this one. Okay, but we need to write out the 8 permutation. And then we're just going to cancel those 2 out, and now we're going to be able to reduce. So we'll do the 6 and 5 to take away the 30, and we'll do the 4 and 7 to take away 28. We could do the 3 to take away from the 33, reduce to get 11, and you could do the 8 to the 32 and give you 4, and then keep going for the 4 and the 2 to give us another 2. And then after plugging that into the calculator, because it's a lot, it'll add up to be 18,156,000 156,204 different shirt combinations that she can bring on her trip, which is definitely more than she would have ever thought. So we just do the same thing for the pants to find out how many different pants she could take. According to Holly, she has 10. According to Ron Burgundy, she can only take 6 pants. So we do the same thing using the same formula, and that's just going to be the 10 permutation and then 6 permutation, because that's the n minus r, and then just the r by itself will give us the 4, or vice versa. And so then we write that out: 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We're only going to go to 6, and then 6 permutation, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cancel those. Take out the 4 and 2, which gives us the 8, so that's why we canceled that out. And we're going to take out the 3 and the 9, which gives us 3 left over. And then multiplying that out, that'll give us 210 different combinations of pants that she could take on her trip. We're going to go with how many shoes she could bring. She only has 5, so that makes it easier for us. And she could bring 3 pairs of shoes. So that's again the 5 permutation, and then n minus r, that'll give us the 2 permutation, and the 3 permutation is just the r by itself. So then we do that, write that out a little bit, and then stop at the permutation so we could cancel that out later. And then 2, 1, cancel that out to give us 2, and that'll give Holly 10 different combinations of shoes that she could bring.
There you have it, my friends. All the different combinations of outfits that Holly can take on her trip. It looks like to me she's pretty excited. Have a nice day. Wait for me!
There she goes again.
Here. I said Rob!
Ron! It's with Ron.
This is Rob.
Ron! R-O-N!
Enough! Did you get it?